Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining me today. My name is Coralis Peña Diaz. I'm one of the pre-doc interns at the Counseling Center. It is my pleasure to share this information with you. I hope this can help you to understand the emotional process. So let's go and start with this presentation that I call it the permission to feel. With this presentation, you are going to learn about the consequences of denying our emotions, the worldwide cause of our inability to deal with emotions in a healthy way, the instinct to protect ourselves, and also the purpose of the feeling. The question here is, since when does anybody need permission to feel? The truth is that we all have feelings, right? So a stop feeling will be like a stop thinking or breathing. This is impossible. So our feelings or our true feelings can be messy, inconvenient, or confusing. So they leave us like vulnerable, exposed, or maybe naked to the world. Our emotions scare us sometimes because they seem so out of our control. So, what we do? Well, too often we do our best to deny the emotions or hide them even from ourselves. So, we deny ourselves and one another the permission to feel. We suck it up, squash it down, or maybe act out. We avoid the difficult conversation with our colleagues. We explode, eat a loved one, or we eat maybe an entire bag of cookies and have no idea why. When we deny ourselves the permission to feel, a long, long list of unwanted outcomes ensues. We lose the ability to even identify what we are feeling, so we go like a little numb inside. We are unable to understand what we are experiencing and emotions or what is happening in our life that is causing it. Because of that, we are unable to name it, so we can't express it, either in terms that people around us will understand. So when we can recognize, understand, or put into words what we feel, it is impossible for us to do anything about it and make our emotions work for us and not against us. Here are some research about our inability to deal in a healthy way with our emotions. About 8% of adolescents between the ages of 12 to 17 and 20% of young adults between the ages of 18 and 25 were current users of illicit drugs, and this is a way that people found to deal with strong emotions. The number of incidents of bullying and harassment is double each year. More than 1 in 3 students across 196 US college campuses reported diagnosed with mental health conditions. This is a 30% of increase each year. Um, the anxiety and depression are the most common mental health illness. Worldwide, mental health problems could cost the global economy up to 16 trillion by 2030. So, with this information, we seem to prefer spending more money and effort on dealing with the results of our emotional problems or our inability to deal in a healthy way with our emotions, rather than trying to prevent them. You're probably wondering, well, how can I deal with my emotions in a healthy way? Um, the instinct to protect ourselves by hiding our vulnerability is natural, is normal, right? But if we can learn to identify, express, and harness our feelings, even the most challenging ones, we can use those emotions to help us create positive and also satisfying life. It makes sense, perfect sense, that we are uncomfortable and awkward when expressing our emotions, especially when they are unpleasant, such as sad or maybe resentful, scared, even rejected. So the question is, how are you feeling? Probably you asked this question or answered to this question many, many times before this presentation. So the questions of how are you doing, how are you feeling, and probably you answered this question like, hey, I'm great, thank you, how are you? And we answered this question very quickly, without pausing just for a second before we reply. So I know that we all ask this question, but we never expect or desire or provide an honest answer. Why this happen? Well, the society and the culture create a message of, hey, if you answer this question in a honest way, right, with honesty, this is like is something wrong with you? Like, don't be so sensitive, or hey, it's time to move on, or I have class, I have to go, I don't want to hear you, I don't want more problems in my life. So this is a message of our culture and society that is just created. So the irony here, though, is that when we ignore our feelings or suppress them, they only become stronger, and then it's going to be very difficult because where more stronger they are, more emotional problems maybe we can experience. Feelings are a form of information. They are like news report from inside, sending message about what is going on inside the unique person that it is each of us in response to whatever internal or maybe external events we are experiencing. So we need to access that information and then figure out what it's telling us. In that way, we can make the most informed decisions then. So the question here is, how are you feeling today? Um, when you answer this question, just be honest with yourself. Probably that emotions or that feeling is telling you a lot of information from the inside. So again, be honest. How are you feeling today?